Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. I am back with another cool deck for you guys, and this one is taking advantage of our boys Zed and Hecarim. And the reason I wanted to feature Hecarim today on this channel is because Riot announced what cards they would be adjusting in the latest patch. They haven't said what those changes will be yet, but Hecarim is one of the units that is getting buffed. So I wanted to take advantage of this time to share a deck that might potentially have some future depending on how well this buff goes for him. I was going to say going into this that this deck's probably not the most competitive, but I'm not going to lie, in the session I had today, had a really good win rate, and actually it impressed me quite a bit. So I'm a little bit more optimistic for this deck being pretty good in the future. But to go through what it's taking advantage of, and it also runs some of the newer cards from this set, which is cool, is obviously the ephemeral keyword, using things like Deathmark as removal for higher tier units. Being able to keep the Scourge is also always great. We have Soul Shepherd to buff up all the different ephemerals we have. Like I said, there are a ton of them. Shark Chariot coming back with every one of these ephemerals that we're talking about is really powerful. And we're taking advantage of the Stagehand too, as one of the newer cards, being able to stun an opposing unit to create wide attacks is very strong, especially when you have multiple sharks set up. This being able to be wide so often with the different sharks and Hecarim's effect as well, just becomes very hard for your opponent to keep up with. And then we also run Dragon Ambush, which you're able to start a free attack with 2 Dragonlings. And this is really cool to layer effects with either sharks. You know, you get a lot of healing with this as well. Soul Shepherds just add on to this by turning them to 3/2s. And you could potentially even use this to level up Hecarim before you go for a swing to lead to his aura effect going into play. And this allows for ephemerals to attack while Hecarim still being in the back line, so it makes it that much harder. Because one of the biggest problems I've always felt with Hecarim is that you have to swing with him normally to level, and he'll die in the combat and his aura effect is just no more. But when you're able to have ephemerals go out on these attacks for free, you know what I mean, without Hecarim going into combat, so often the effect just really scales up and makes it difficult. We also run Vengeance and a 1 of Ruination. Ruination is really good with a deck like this because obviously our units are dying at the end of the round anyways. So most of the time when the opponent has a very wide board on the opposing end, we're more than fine just clearing that, setting up for things like Harrowing, which brings back all the different units that we've played throughout the game. And then we have 1 of Deny to mess with our opponent's interaction or whatever funny tricks they might have up their sleeves. We also have Concussive Palm as just a way to leverage attacks into our favor, deal with open attacks, because that could be one of the hardest things for these different ephemeral decks to do. And then we have Oblivious Islander, which allows us to curve our mana better into different attacks and like later game combos as well. But once again, a deck that actually surprised me. I think one I'm definitely going to have to try out when I see what this Hecarim buff is. Praying it's something cool, praying it's something spicy, but also just excited to mess around with all the different cards after these changes come through. So if you guys haven't already, please consider dropping this channel a sub, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. In the description I got my Twitch channel and my Discord if you guys are trying to get involved with that community that is there. But I appreciate you guys as always, and hopefully you guys enjoy the games that I have coming for you guys. All right, Enies, I like keeping all these sharks with the ambush. I think that's kind of a cool play. I just don't know if Palm... I'm going to keep Palm too. It's a little expensive, right? But having some fast speed interaction seems like could definitely lead to some good stuff for us. Ruination's not bad too. We just gotta... I don't know. I feel alright about this, but at the same time, obviously that's like the thing about ephemerals. We don't exactly have the best blocker set up for a lot of their attacks, so hopefully he doesn't have too much pressure he could put down in that regard. Yeah, it goes for the Pharaohs. Put down the other chariot. And if he doesn't kill it, we're pushing for 6. And then it sets up for the good attack after with the ambush. Oh, he lets us get it. Cool. I think I just let this happen. I want to do this next round. Okay. Zed's cool for sure, but I think I'm sticking with the plan, especially with Annie being the only unit that's going to be on his board. He might be in a spot where he has to block with it. Boom. Solid static. I would think staticking my lifesteal units is a little bit better. He takes 2 more damage, but obviously I don't heal, which makes my life harder if he stops it that way, right? Don't think we're ever trying to kill this. The question is, do I play... It gets stunned so often. I don't know. We'll just drop Zed. Would not be surprised if he has an answer for this, but we gotta force it. Nice, another dragon ambush is gonna be sick. Just free attack. He's at 4 out of 6, so he can't level it, obviously, with nothing on the board. Could just palm 2. Vengeance. Let it go. We got some different options here. I think I'm just gonna kill Ezreal.
No way.
Rekindler gives us another Zed. It's not the best, honestly, though. I mean, I think we just go for the Haunted Relic attack, and then we get another free attack after with the ambush. And then on round 8, we'll have mana for Ruination if we need it. He goes for a big stop. Free anti-block, yep. Dealing 8, okay. Oh wow, just takes the damage. So I imagine he plays tie bulk here, and then this is still like a good attack, right? This time he actually gets out there, and he's down to 2. This is, I would be scared if I was him. Because the double shark is just cracked, right? Like, so often he's not going to be able to go match how wide we can go.
Time for a true display of skill.
Plays this. Good enough for me. When we're at 20, right? Second Ezreal dead. Big Overwhelm dead. Annie dead. And he tapped under this. And he... Okay, that's great. That's great, too. A stun out of the way. And we can get 2 ephemerals to help us go wide. Because he... If any of our units connect, it's just GG.
Sure is dark, eh?
Return to us.
Okay, so he stops that. He needs like another one of those here. Because there's 2 sharks. Is it game? It is. Alright, money in the bank. Yeah, that was cool. Double shark. Actually MVP of that one, for sure. Alright, this is a pretty funny matchup to have. Ephemerals versus Fiora. Let's see what happens. I'll keep this. Chariot, sure. I think Ruination could even be good. Because trying to just find a guaranteed way to kill this would be fire. The one thing about it, obviously, is he's Shurima, so he has like access to deny. Which is kind of tough.
Sure is dark, eh?
But our units auto killing off is going to be good going into the turn 3, right? keep up the banked mana, I think. Glimpse is good as well.
They would fall by my blade.
Try and deny this if he tries to kill it. Him slow playing it. That's kind of what I'm hoping for.
Oh, heck.
I want to see if I can get him to use mana here. Because it'll like raise the likelihood of our death mark going through by like a lot. He just lets that die and that's fine. It's going to take a minute before this can kill us, right? Try this on a defensive turn. These mans will reset. That is a good way to preserve it through that for sure. I guess that's just as bad as a deny, right? You can get double Fiora out technically. That's really funny. Oh, that sets him up for a repost. Preemptive shield, sure.
Is this supposed to be a challenge?
Okay, just trying to save HP. Oh, that vengeance could be nice. Could be nice. Obviously, we remembered about another way he has to preserve this thing.
Two down.
But if he can't stop this,
Let them eat souls.
it's gonna be bad news for him for sure. The other chariot's funny. I almost want to try this first. Because he never kills off of this. Okay, we force to deny. He doesn't get to get this stat increase. And we get to draw. And the vengeance just, you know, has a way higher chance of going through now. Go to 4.
Just the way I like it.
Better have a way to save this, bro. With one more mana, man. That actually would have been the strat, I think. Still only at 2. Still only at 2.
time for
Okay.
fools.
He's got a kill here. If it's Judgment, we can just get this out of combat. So that's enough, right? Kill, kill, live. So, Prage, Hopium. This one, as the spell, was a good sign that he didn't have like single combats and other stuff. So, that's it. We get through the Fiora. Honestly, a little shakier than I would have thought, but we make it happen. All right, Aniez, once again, let's keep the Shark Chariot. I don't think I keep Zed, to be honest. I feel like he's so susceptible to dying to 20 million things. With the 3 of Harrowing, I don't think we can keep it. Hecarim's probably worse than Harrowing, though, in a lot of ways. Because, I mean, his power turn is turn 6 also. Yet he just gets stunned and dies to Disintegrate. It's a ton of stuff like that, so... could have been better. I like always having the Dragon Ambush, though, for healing in this matchup. Pretty strong. I'm going to start with the Chariots. If it forces removal, that's nice, but not the 3 damage is good, too. Even, you know, trading down the 1-1. Yeah, not bad. I could play this here and then maybe even just Dragon Ambush if I want. Don't really know if that's going to be my best line, but either way, Soul Shepherd right now. Sounds good. I just hate that he has these because they're such good blockers, right? Okay, burns mana. That's cool. We'll let it rip. Okay. Makes him incentivized to kill this. I'll take that. Not bad. Doesn't even block for it. I mean, he's concerned about pushing damage, but at the same time, we're healing up and still have a blocker ready. Part of me wanted to attack there, but I'm still like a fan of if this like forces removal. This levels on this hit. Yeah, I think we just go for it and see what happens. Could always use the Hecarim spell if it gets stunned to still at least force a level on this round. And then the Hecarim aura effect will happen from the back too. There's still the issue of him just like having good blockers overall. Okay, so he's just got Disintegrate combos for days. And he has these blockers chilling, unfortunately. Landmark at 5. Ez down too. Ooh, I hate that leveled Ez. That leveled Ez is... We need a Ruination now. That's tough. We'll probably just stun it with Palm though.
It's not bragging if you can back it up.
Hey, what's that?
We always just play a Shark here. Yeah, I think just a Shark. I don't want to like use too much mana, right? Archivist is interesting.
Let me get you that file.
Okay, makes our harrowing a little bit better. Now we'll just be going wider. Okay, that's like not that good for him. Yeah, so we want to do it so this can go, these can go, and then there's a full board, and these get buffed by the Shepherd too. They're just like better picks, right? That's good. And our Hecarim in hand just levels. Goes for the draw, sure.
A missing piece?
Oh man, I feel like going that low's kind of risky.
If you do not have a part to
Start
play,
here, block
take one.
here, stun here with the palm, and then just go for
What we do is so
arrowing
much
next
bigger
round,
than us
I think.
both. This is my only
Especially if this
chance.
is his play.
Forgive
I mean, even
me.
just attacking with like a Z will just shoot out 12 million sharks. Oh wow, this will give me like so much though. Like the ability to heal and everything. I'm just gonna do this. This in the back line, buffing everything. That's crazy. Like he has to kill this man's or kill me with Ez. Or it's just a wrap. He's got 9 mana though, he could definitely do it. There it is. Another dub. Another one on the board. That was a very timely draw right there, I gotta say. Alright. Ari Bard. Been seeing a lot of this thanks to homie Majin. I think that's just fine. Full kick. I was looking for some, you know, some of our engines, the Sharks, the 2-3, but I guess with this, I mean, I just play it out.
Dark, eh?
I don't think we really need the discount for most of these.
All in the wrist.
Especially if we're just starting so slow. Forcing this trade, I think is okay. If they have Ari on 2, it's pretty good. But not the most exciting line I've ever seen. Alright, very, very slow hand. Especially up against a deny region. Him getting the Bell Ringer buffed. Big punish for making that trade last round. Yeah, pretty unfortunate. Okay, so we do hit the Shepherd at least. If he doesn't have deny, maybe get an ambush to heal up is pretty good too.
Wild hearts should run free.
Easy pass. Gonna be starting to get fat value off of these if he just keeps recalling them. We won't be able to death mark if we go for this round, but I don't think that changes it. Maybe we want to wait till we take some more damage, right? Okay. Go to 16 if this goes through, right? Not bad. Especially if he doesn't block. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Tech Room gets advanced a little bit. We could try to set up for a Ruination turn if that actually means he doesn't have Deny. Not that he was just like, you know, holding it, right?
Fear the shrouded path.
Pretty solid card to find.
They follow the wrong master.
He blocked it. I thought I could have scared him. I could Deathmark this. I kind of want to keep the Ruination up though.
Into darkness.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a gamble. I guess I don't know what I'm bluffing here. I'm bluffing Twin, but if he has his own.
Like that.
I mean, this attack's pretty low impact. That's all he's trying to do.
Act natural. I got
I
you.
was gonna say, I hope he plays like a sign in or something. That would have been the wave. Okay, he gives us that. Now I think that's a good enough one to fish for. Alright, fire. No recalls either. I think that would have been the consideration, right? See what he's got for that. A 5-4 is pretty poppin' for him, I gotta say, but overall not too bad. This will give me a Zed. I think I just play the Hecarim and then probably keep up mana for a double stun next round. 2 off level after this. That thing's huge. A little bit of a problem for sure. Wow, that pass is great for us though.
They cannot hide.
Okay, I got one more. If he found a deny. He didn't have one earlier. Rage. Maybe even inverse this, because that just goes back to hand. This is the buff anyways. I don't know. Completely okay with that. Pretty big waste of mana.
Oh, hello there.
We each died, then found home.
1, 2, 3, 4 is enough. He could have definitely found stuns and recalls, things of that nature. These go, and then we have one more room on the board, or no? No, this is a full board, right? I guess you always switch to this. Looks like a good attack to me. The Deathmark could make something lose its aura buff though, which would not be the best. This is relatively funny because it does make a unit ephemeral, right? Like if we switch this Zed, it'll go to a 6-2. Actually, one of the only times that spell does anything. And we got him. All right, fire. That was a shaky ending, but that was actually cool. That was pretty cool. All right, we're up against Thralls. Apparently, I will keep the Shark, Islander, Shepherd, Hecarim even. I'm not gonna keep Hecarim, but I'll keep the rest. Sounds good. Yeah, Zed works here for sure.
Fresh catch? Well, it was fresh.
All right. I mean, these turns gonna kind of play out themselves, I think. I think we probably look to play Zed next round instead of this, because we don't want to play into Avalanche, and he can't play Ravine. I guess he has Avalanche next round anyways, so it doesn't really make a difference other than if he were to top deck it. It really works out if he plays, yeah, something like that here is fantastic for us. All right, we let that go through. Play Zed. Open for a lot because he doesn't have enough for Sands of Time. Looks good. That's, yeah, that's disgusting. All right, leveled Zed. Even the shark damage coming in. That's crazy. And now as far as worrying about this thing dying to Ravine or whatever is completely fine. We can play the Soul Shepherd out. And that will just end up nuts. We are big time out aggroing this guy. I don't think we need more units than this at the moment. So we're not going to go crazy like overplaying our hand. Randomly runs Ice Shard. He could go like Ravine into open Ice Shard and that could give us some problems.
Come on, there's so much to
Oh
see.
yeah. Let's get these guys down, right?
The journey ahead is long.
It'll be like play this, then just attack with these three, the Zed, and then the Shark plus Shadow combo. If he's able to pop one of these here, it's not like that really matters.
Does death follow me or peace?
No way we're giving him an action to like advance that if he has it, right?
They follow the wrong master.
That looks fantastic. And the Shadow Shift on here to buff up is another very real line to get a kill. Like even if he has ways to stop enough of these, like just the Shadow, the Soul Shepherd effect working on this Shadow Shift is actually disgusting.
Stand back.
Okay, I'm assuming 6 mana spell. But then he has to tap below deny for that. That's like pretty much it. Any second now. All right. He didn't even have that. Probably, I guess, just counting freezes and stuff. But that feels good to get him off before